we start our mornings with gratitude. It doesn't matter whether you have a book or you have notebook paper. You can even write on a napkin. Before, when I first started, I wrote on index cards. Write down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for that happened in the last 24 hours. Make a list of things that you want to accomplish today. Make them reasonable, but don't make them so easy that you're not going to feel satisfied once they are done. We're going to take a few moments just for that. And let's see here. I'm going to do a little bit of a round robin to see what people are grateful for today. So if you don't want to unmute, that's fine. You can put it in the chat. But I would really love for you to unmute and tell everybody at least one thing you're grateful for. Me personally, I am grateful for being able to go on my very first retreat coming up. And my first person in my window is Melinda. Do you mind unmuting and telling everybody one thing you're grateful for?
Sure. I would have to say one thing I am grateful for is yesterday I had some me time. I got to go shopping by myself.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It really is.
I took my time and I sat in the massage chair.
Oh, they're fun.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Katie, I don't see a picture, but do you mind unmuting and telling somebody one thing you're grateful for today? If not, that's okay. All right. How about Melanie Radford? Izzy? Guys, you don't have to be shy. I know Skye will unmute and tell us one thing she's grateful for.
I was doing
Oh,
my
there's
planner.
Melanie. Hi, Melanie.
I was writing in my planner. I'm like, oh shit, she called me.
What's one thing you're grateful for that's happened in the last 24 hours?
So I really, really love Halloween, and so does my family. So we actually went out yesterday and hit up all 3 of the major Halloween stores and got our pumpkins. And my son is 10. He decided he's handing out candy this year. So he picked up all the candy and got really excited. He loaded the cart. He put it all up on the conveyor belt. He was just so excited to buy all the Halloween candy. It was awesome.
That is a lot of fun. Halloween is also my most favorite holiday. And I still get dressed up. I don't care how old I am. I love to get dressed up.
We're geeky. So we actually have Halifax's major sci-fi con is this Saturday, so we're actually going to that as well.
Awesome.
Without the kids, but we get to dress up and do our cosplays and all that kind of fun stuff.
Oh, that is amazing! Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
Skye, can you unmute and tell everybody one thing you're grateful for? I don't know if she heard me or not.
I did. Oh my gosh, I didn't hit the unmute button. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. So I am grateful because my wife cooked supper for me last night, and normally I do the cooking, so I was just super thrilled to be able to focus. And I'm in Lisa's 40K push group, so I really needed the extra time to get through some of the stuff. So it was such a blessing, and I was so grateful.
Oh, that is amazing. I love it when somebody else cooks it for me.
You know, isn't it funny? Doesn't it taste better when somebody else cooks it for you?
Oh, heck yeah. Especially when the only time I really get dinner cooked for me is when I go to my daughter's house, and her husband, he is just an amazing cook. Having a guy cook, that's even better.
Agreed, 100%.
Unless it's my husband.
It was Renee. Renee, why don't you go ahead and unmute and tell everybody one thing you're grateful for?
I was making a joke, but yeah. I spent all day yesterday with my 2 girls and my husband, and the girls were just on their like best behavior or something. I don't know, something was in the water, but it was an amazing day. Just had just a nice relaxing Sunday. And I don't get that normally, especially with, the whole house thing and everything. I haven't really had time to chill lately and stuff. And so it was just really nice to just say, forget everything and just spend time with my family. And it was just amazing.
That's awesome. Kizzy?
I'm grateful for my family and my 3 steps.
Well, that's awesome. But can you do me a favor? Can you dig just a little bit deeper and tell me something that's happened in the last 24 hours that you're grateful for? I know I'm being mean, but well, being grateful for your family and the 3 steps is something that I'm definitely grateful for every single day. And that is beyond all the top thing. So I do have to agree with her on that. Charlene, would you unmute and tell us one thing you're grateful for that's happened in the last 24 hours, please?
I am grateful that I am able to spend time with my family on a Sunday. I am part of a football pool that we pay to be in, and it's great fun. So I'm grateful that I'm able to have that fund, that I'm able to participate in the football pool. So I'm grateful for that.
Well, that is awesome. I love football. I'm a football fanatic, one up one side and down the other. My team right now is number 1 in our league. And we've won the last 5 games. We haven't had plays like this in a long time. So I'm very grateful for that. Angela Penn, would you mind unmuting and telling everybody one thing that you're grateful for that's happened in the last 24 hours?
Yes, sure. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm at work. One thing that I'm grateful for, I would say, in the last 24 hours, would have to be that my husband is got an awesome skill that he can do on the side. He used to own his own carpenter business, so I'm grateful that he's able to still be able to do that and do some side jobs for Christmas money.
That is awesome. That's a blessing. Elizabeth. Yeah, you. I see you look up.
Well, so when you said Kizzy, I thought you said Lizzie, and I was walking up my stairs with all my stuff. I was like, oh crap, oh crap. So I guess I'm grateful for at my new job. I have 2 different locations. Some days I'm at the hiking gear shop and some days I'm at the boat shop. And it's like, 30 degrees right now in upstate New York. So people don't really feel like buying boats. So it's been really slow, and my manager doesn't mind when I get my business work done at work. So I'm grateful that for the past couple days, I've been able to do all my Destination to 40K group stuff at work. I'm also grateful that my boyfriend has definitely been picking up a lot of slack since this push group has started. He's, I come home and the candles are lit like I like them to. He does the dishes, and he has been cooking, which is fine because we were both line cooks before we retired from the restaurant industry. But he doesn't use enough salt and pepper, so he's definitely not as good as a cook as me. So I wish when someone else cooked for me, it tasted better, but it doesn't. But I'm still grateful that he does it.
Well, that's good. I love the whole that your other job will let you work on your Thrive business. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's only my one manager. If I'm at the hiking store, definitely not. But I'm at the boat shop 3 days a week, and I'm like, listen, if this ever bothers you, just let me know. And they're like, you're fine. There's literally nothing happening, and you've cleaned the entire store 3 times this week. So there's literally nothing else you can do. So I'm pretty grateful for that.
Awesome. Misty, is it Menard or Maynard? Would you please unmute and share one thing that you're grateful for that's happened in the last 24 hours? I understand that some of you cannot unmute because you might be at work. But if you can, I thank you. I'm thinking Lisa might not be quite awake yet. I did message her, so thank you for helping me out with this, y'all. Pat, Genter, is it? Can you? There you go.
Hi. I'm grateful for this weekend because I wasn't able to travel to go see my grandson play his first league hockey game. He's so excited to have got on the team. He's tried for 3 years and finally got on there. And he's 11 years old, so he's pretty excited to ride in that big bus. And they won both their games, and I was able to watch it over live stream on Twitter. So I'm very thankful for technology these days and for it giving us this business to work from wherever we want. So it was great.
That is awesome. And see, guys,
Yeah.
you see Pat there. She just goes to show you, just like me, there can be hot grandmas. We don't need to be old. Congratulations to your grandson.
Thank you. Yes, and I'm grateful to be a grandma, and I'm 65 and I'm feeling 40, and I was actually working out while I was watching my grandson on play hockey. So
You do
it was,
not look in your. Oh wow, wow, wow! You're gorgeous.
thank you.
You're welcome. Erin, I'm not going to try to say your last name because I'll end up messing it up. Do you mind unmuting? I love that orange colored shirt in your picture though.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am grateful this weekend. My husband and I got to plan our yearly trip to Vegas. And so I am extremely grateful that we got to do that and we got it taken care of and we're all set to go. I'm so excited, looking forward to it.
Awesome. That's something to be excited about.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Nicole's Galaxy S20 FE 5G. Now that's a long name. You're driving, so I can come back to you when you're not driving because I definitely don't want anybody to have an accident. Christina Smith. Do you mind unmuting and telling us one thing you're grateful for? I see her peeking at me. He's like, woman, why are you bugging me on a Monday morning, this time of morning? That's okay. Emma, and you're driving too. Can you unmute, or I don't want you to have an accident or anything. Yes, you. Can you tell us something you're grateful for?
Oh my God, I got so many things I'm grateful for right now. Like I'm grateful
one.
for my family, my health, my family's health. I'm super grateful for the fact that I can't go to Vegas next weekend, unfortunately, because I'm in Canada. And it's still not good for us to be going here, there, and everywhere. But my upline, we have a small retreat booked, and we're getting together this weekend. So I'm super grateful for that, to get together with people that I've actually never met on my sideline and like a couple of girls from my downline, and just pour into each other's cups, fill each other up, learn from each other, and just blow up our businesses. So that's what I'm thankful for.
You and Charlene just have the cutest accents. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, so let's see. We still got a couple more people. Kimberly Potts, can you unmute and share something you're grateful for?
Good morning.
Good morning, gorgeous.
So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I'm going through a rough patch. My husband and I separated on Friday, but I am so grateful parents have allowed me to stay with them. Sorry.
You're fine.
It's a rough time, but I will come out stronger. It's time to focus on me.
Yes, focusing on you is very important. And just remember, you have a screen full of sidelines. Reach out. We can be there for you, okay?
Thank you.
I love you, girl. You're always here. You always show up. Love you so big. Yeah, even Elizabeth said it. She loves you big too. We're all here, honey.
Thank you guys so much.
You're so
Yeah, you
welcome.
can reach out to any of us.
Yep. Nicole, are you at a part where you can unmute yet? Looks like the car stopped, but I don't see her. Maybe she had to jump out real quick. How about you, Blaze? My beautiful Blaze. Her and I have had the chance to meet on 2 occasions. And her husband, Sam, are just amazing people. If you ever get into the same room with them, you've got to have a conversation with them. They're just awesome.
I am thankful because I have an amazing husband and I love him so much. But not only that, I'm thankful that I got to spend quality time with 2 of my grandkids because I have 8. So I got to spend quality time with 2 of my grandkids yesterday, and it was just wonderful. I got to cook and be with them and just partake, and they just melt my heart. So I am so grateful for that.
That is awesome. And yes, Sam is amazing. He let me boss him around. We were in Ohio. I'm like, can you watch for this? Because we didn't want we didn't want Courtney to know we had stuff coming there for her birthday. And he was just so amazing. Star Goble. Hi, beautiful. Can you unmute and tell everybody something you're grateful for?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Very quietly, but yes.
I have new earbuds in, so I'll try to
There
be a
you
little bit
go.
louder. Better? Okay. So I am thankful for I got to ride my bike yesterday with my family, and then we even got out at the park and we played tag, and for me to be up and healthy and be able to run with my bike, that's really something that I'm thankful for. I might be sore this morning, because the morning before I ran a 5K, I almost died, but I'm in shape enough to now to run a 5K, ride a bike with my children, and play tag at the park. I think tag was the hardest because that's a lot of moving and jumping and climbing, but I'm thankful to be moving.
Awesome. Yeah, you have to be in shape to ride bikes with her boys. There, every time I look at her page, it's something with BMX and all of that stuff, and they're just amazing. And kudos to you, sweetheart. Okay, Melissa Kane. Can you unmute and tell us something you're grateful for?
Sure. Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
First and foremost, I'm always grateful for my higher power and my recovery. And plus, I'm sorry, I'm out on a walk by the ocean with my dog right now, so I'm all out of breath. So I'm pretty grateful for that as I get to listen to you guys and walk along the coast of the ocean. So thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you. Have a beautiful Monday.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you. Monica Hodges, are you where you can unmute, my dear? Okay. Heidi, can you unmute, my darling?
Sure. Good morning.
Good morning.
I am grateful that my 2 teenage daughters are actually getting along and hanging out with each other and wanting to be with each other. It means that they're a lot louder and they're a lot, a little bit annoying, but I am just grateful that they're actually wanting to spend time with each other.
That is a blessing. I can remember when my kids were teenagers, and now 2 of my grandkids, they're in the teenager stage, and it's like you want to fight constantly, but let somebody else mess with them. Oh, it's all full on war. So when they do something together, it is a huge blessing. It is definitely something to be grateful for. Thank you so much for sharing. Chris, is it Chrissy or Christy, Alfred? Can you unmute? I think it's Christy because there's a T in there. If I mutilate anybody's names, please forgive me. Jennifer Hiller, can you Hillier? Oh, there's Christy.
Hey, sorry. I'm
That's okay.
at home. I'm at home this morning.
Yay.
Yes, and my husband is actually getting to stay an extra day for he's been out of town working for the last 3 weeks, and he is actually leaving to go back for 3 more weeks. So he came home for the weekend. So I'm just very grateful that he was able to come home and spend a little bit of time at home with us this weekend. So
that is amazing. Well, then I'll let you go so you can spend that extra day with them. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So Jennifer, can you unmute and tell everybody what you're grateful for? Jennifer Hillier, I think I'm saying that right. Christine. It just says Christine. Missy. Another one I would mutilate your last name, but I love that Boss Babe shirt in your picture. That's just awesome. Yeah, I know a lot of people just listen to us on the way to work. There's a Lisa. Can you unmute and tell everybody what you're grateful for that's happened in the last 24 hours? I know Melissa Toomey will. Come on, girl.
Girl, I was waiting for you to call me. I was like gonna unmute. And I was like, no, so you're gonna call me. So let's see. I'm super grateful for a lot. I'm still waking up, waiting for my capsules to kick in. But this weekend, I just have to shout my team out. I was so excited. We went out to celebrate Haley, one of my newer girls. She just hit VIP 1600. I'm so grateful that my affirmations are, paying off. I pray every single morning for the right people to come into my business. Like God sent people who need this, people like this is going to change their lives, because that gratifies me like so much. And just like her excitement, I'm on like cloud 9 right now. And so I'm just super excited, grateful that she came into my life. She grabbed this bonus for her family. And then we got to spend time with one of my other newer promoters, Renee, who is just like showing up, plugging in, doing all the things. So grateful for these ladies. But then also for Lisa's task in her 40K push group, guys. Okay, so I know I'm going way deeper than what you probably anticipated I would, but I challenge everybody to do this. Get out of your comfort zone and grow. And like today or sometime this week, I want you to go out and I want you to add somebody on your social media that you meet out face to face. Okay. So this was one of the tasks, and it led to so much more than that, guys. So our waitress, I always like to take care of our waitresses and waiters and stuff and give them a sample. But this pushed me to add her on social media. She went in there and I gave her a 3-day sample pack, and she went in and she shared her 3 DFTs with her 2 other coworkers, bartender, everything. Like everybody knew about Thrive. Everybody left thriving. They had DFT stickers on, like the whole 9, guys. And so just step out of your comfort zone, because you never know who needs this extra energy, I was so grateful that, because we were supposed to go somewhere else to eat and they were so busy, we went to somewhere else, and this led to this. And so it was powerful. Like I have chills telling you about it. Like it was just meant to be. I was so grateful that I had this time with my team this weekend, and like all of our cups are full. I'm like ready to crush this week. Like I'm just so ready.
That is amazing. I was terrified on that task, but I was grateful enough
too
to be able to go to a birthday party. And I mean, I had this huge bruise on my hip from losing my pudding because I was trying to hit a piñata at this birthday party because none of the kids could get it. But I made more than one friend. And they were like, how can you be having this much fun? I'm like, show them my DFD. I'm like, it's Thrive, girl. But I was
Yes.
talking to this one mama. Her baby was a month old and she was just exhausted. The woman never smiled. And her and I had a nice, long, deep conversation. So I'm looking forward to being able to help her. Okay, let's move on. I saw Erica. Where did Erica go? Got more than one page on here, so I'm looking around. Did Erica Christie leave? There she is. Can you unmute and tell us something you're grateful for, darling?
Miss Smith?
Yes, you.
Hello.
Hello.
Um, for my two beautiful kids, if I didn't have Thrive, I don't know where I would be.
Amen to that. I think everybody on here can agree with you to that one.
Yeah.
I love you, big girl. You're always here. Thank you for always showing up.
Thank you.
Hey, bit of what been happening with my business and life right now.
Okay.
So Melissa brought up the 40 or Destination 40K, and I'm in that as well. And it's been keeping me consistent, and I know how to do all the things, but it's really pushed me to get out of comfort zones. But so far this month, I've gotten out 7 mini experiences. 2 of them already have ordered. There's 2 more getting ready to order. So I think we all know how to do most of our consistent things we're supposed to do every day. And if you're not sure, there's many pages where you can find out what to do. But it's just pushed me to actually get stuff done. And I think it's easier to when you're accountable. So if you're kind of stuck where you are, it's only because you're not pushing yourself to be accountable and do those things. So just do them. If you're not sure what to do, grab up a partner, be accountable, join a task guided group, jump into Maria's 90-day thing. If it's still open, just jump into something. Or just do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 every single day and just keep yourself accountable and actually write it out. I run down all my tasks and I'm checking them off as I go because you can keep yourself accountable by making your little check marks on your pages. That's super powerful too. So write your stuff down. Yeah, or print it out, check it off, make it real, look at it, and just get things done. Because remember, you're in this business for yourself, and you're in this business to help other people feel better. And honestly, some of those minis I passed out, a couple of them were free because I honestly started on a free mini because I was super skeptical, not really good with money where I was, even if they couldn't afford $10 or $15. I just gave some for free. But then one of those freebies still ordered because she just needed to feel it. Just remember, they just have to try it and follow up with people that have asked about it. Just send a simple message and don't be scared. Just send a message. So I've been just sending tons of messages to tons of people, getting no's, but I'm at a point where those no's don't hurt my feelings anymore. I just keep on going to the next person because I know whoever I talk to, they deserve to at least try it. So
And
I just
the
want
no
to.
is a not right now. It's not just a straight out no. Unless they tell you, don't ever message me again. It's not really a no. But Star's right.
One more thing on the minis, when you send them out, make sure they do the funnel. So make sure they have a free account, put them in a message with an upline, 12K or higher. That's been consistently at the auto bonus. And then make sure they like the fan page and tag you in it, because I think my tags on Facebook really got me the other mini experience potentials.
Well, there you go. Before we get back to the gratitude, because I'm going to try to let everybody go a little bit early today, I do have to say one thing. When I first started, and for a good 2 years, and I've been here for 2.5, for a good 2 years, I was terrified to step out of my comfort zone. But then I realized I had to, because, yeah, 4 of my children might be grown, but I still have 1 minor. I have 4 grandbabies and 1 on the way. But even my older kids, they watch what I do. So how dare I tell them to go for their dreams if I refuse to go for my own? that's just looking at it that way changed so much for me. Anna Chu, can you unmute and tell everybody one thing you're grateful for? I know your mornings are busy, so if not, that's okay.
No, no, my grade one son doesn't have school today because it's non-instructional day. And my 4.5-year-old is at home because he's not allowed to go back to daycare today because he was acting up last 2 weeks because he missed his missed his older brother. And I'm grateful for yesterday that we get to go out and play because my husband didn't want to take his vaccination, and I had to find a place that we can go that doesn't have to prove that.
That's important.
Yeah, so it was hard on me, but everybody had fun.
I mean, I get it. There's a lot of controversy up in the air about that. But the way I look at it, your body, your choice, and there should be places for both. That's the way I look
Yeah.
at it. Okay, so I'm going to open the floor. Does anybody else want to share something that they're grateful for before we read and pick a winner? And like I said, I'm going to let y'all go early today. Lisa very rarely misses Mondays, but I actually really liked today. Heard from pretty much everybody. Some people are not able to unmute, but some people did, and I'm grateful for all of you. You guys keep me going. Oh, goodness, I'm sorry. But Evelyn, would you like to unmute? I don't know if the me means you want to unmute or you
Yes.
want to.
Sorry. I was having a brain block on how to unmute this morning.
Please share.
I am so grateful just to be on this call this morning and to be up and awake, with the birds and not after the birds. It's been a long time since I've been on an early morning Zoom, and I'm just grateful to be awake and be here. Thank you.
That's awesome. It really is. I struggled with that for a long time myself. So this holds me accountable. Anybody else? Tiffany Schultz? I know you're going to come on here and share something.
Way to call me out.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
morning, everyone. I am so grateful. We had a little bit of a scare with my daughter and being sick with possible COVID, but it came back negative. So I am so thankful for that and grateful, and the little bit of extra mommy snuggles that we got during that time. Kind of, like a proud mommy moment. We did try and keep our girls separated a little bit just in case. And so when Rory found out that her test was negative, she went and pounced on her sister and started shouting, "No more social distancing." And my Belle just looked at her and she's like, "I love you, but you gotta go. Like, you gotta go." So, I mean, so happy it's not COVID, and glad that they are starting to diagnose things as a cold again. So just kind of scary when you get that label and have to wait. And then just also so thankful for the people in the medical field, who are working long hours to get those turnaround tests for us. I mean, it was less than 24 hours. And so my heart breaks for people who had to wait 5-7 days for those previously. So
right.
Thankful for that.
That's something to definitely be thankful for. And I do have to shout out and pray for everybody in the medical field. Again, it's a rough time, controversy up in the air. Do I, don't I, vax, no vax? They shouldn't be losing their jobs over their personal decisions. So I need to keep them in my prayers. And anybody else want to share real quick?
Shannon, just kind of to touch on that, and I think it's one of the things that I love about our community is those differences that we have, we can put them aside because we are all just people, and you got to spread love and positivity. And one of the things that we work on, you know, is you have to listen to actually hear and not listen to respond. So
Exactly.
that's my input.
I like that though. I really do. And I do love that about our community. It's like, you're not going to do this or you're going to do that. And they don't do that to you here. And I just love it. You can have your own opinions and you're loved on regardless. Anybody else want to share real quick? Calling once. Calling twice. Everybody done sharing? They're like, okay, this woman put us on blast enough. Let's get done.
I have a
oh,
little bit more really quick.
Yes.
I know I already shared. I'm sorry, guys. I know that we've all been listening to this, but I'm so grateful for mornings. Like, I used to be a bartender for all this stuff. I was a night person, and over the last like 4 or 5 years, I've had to wake up earlier and earlier and earlier. I now wake up at like 4 or 5, depending on the day, depending on if I'm going for my morning walk or not. And I actually have, and you know, thankfully with Thrive, which Melissa will tell you, and she will attest for this, like, I told her, I was like, I did not have the energy to do this before Thrive. I was a wake up, tired, groggy, with a Red Bull every day. And I now get to wake up. I'm happy. I have my 2 kids in the car, and I just get to, you know, be here, like in the sense of like, obviously physically, yes, but like mentally too, where I'm awake and just like, I don't know the right words. I don't. I just,
good thing
I
about
love
it
being
is we
able
all
to
get
do
it.
this.
We
Like,
all
I
get
love
it.
being awake and with my kids and actually paying attention to them and not just, where's my next Red Bull, Mombi
Right.
thing. So
That's amazing.
it was just something that, like, I literally got my kids up while listening to this call, got them dressed and everything, and we're in the car on their way to daycare now. And I had to share just because, like, and I know, and again, I know I already shared. I'm so grateful to be able to do this.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. A lot of people lose sight of where they were and where they are now. They never lose gratitude, but I can remember a time where I didn't even want to wake up in the morning. And now I'm excited to get out of bed. So it's definitely a great thing. Elizabeth, you got your hand raised, honey?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to touch on what you just said. Like, I feel like a lot of times, you know, we know that we're always grateful for something, but sometimes we lose sight of the practice of being grateful. And I think when we lose that practice, sometimes we forget how impactful it is to our daily lives. This summer was super rough for me. I did not do my gratitude once. I did not hop onto one Zoom the entire summer. My full-time job before I started a new one was very taxing on me. And it was just a really, really rough summer. And it wasn't until after I finally left that job that I started to feel more myself again. I started tapping into Zooms again. I started doing my gratitude every single day. And then I saw the change again. Like when I first started this business and started doing all of those things, and you see all these great things happening, you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. So if you're feeling stuck and, you know, maybe you've kind of like lost it a little bit, do a daily check-in with yourself. Like, be like, am I doing the things? Am I doing my gratitude? Am I hopping onto at least 2 Zooms a week? Like, pick 2 Zooms that are your must. Because sometimes I think we just, you know, we write down this whole Zoom schedule and we think of it more as a chore or something that we have to do for our business versus something that fills up our cup. You don't have to be on every single Zoom known to man in Lavelle. Pick a couple of Zooms that help motivate you, that help fill up your cup, and do your gratitude every day. And I promise that it'll pick you back up. You'll get back into your groove. And, you can't pour into others and help change others' lives and build up your own business if your cup is empty. So I just think that's really important.
Exactly. Another good place to build that momentum back up, honestly, is reading the stories on the fan page to see where some of them people have been compared to where they are now. It is definitely amazing. Yes, Star.
There it is. I was trying to find the mute button. Okay,
You're so cute.
Going off of all of this, if you are stuck and you're not sure what you're grateful for, I would challenge you to go with Thrive for 3 days. And then
Without, you mean?
Yeah, go without. Did I say that?
You said with.
I'm awake, I promise. Go without your 3 steps for 3 days, and then you will realize what you are grateful for, because that's how we all start our day, and that's how we get out of bed. That's how we get on this Zoom. This is how my kid coming is going to say good morning. He's trying to scare me. I would just challenge you, if you're not sure where you are with your life and you're not sure what you're grateful for, and when we ask what you are grateful for, nothing comes up, maybe just go a day without your 3 steps or 3 days. I only did it 1 day. I could not do it more than 1 day. But
couldn't either.
Yeah, they're just amazing. Like, just remember, we're like on gold. Like, that's it. I'm gonna have to get this guy dressed.
Okay. All right. Well, if you have never won on the Morning Vibe Tribe, drop me in the comments. Skye, can you please read for us?
Yes, I can. So I just want to say that I am very grateful for this. Like this Zoom right here at the end of it here. I enjoyed this so much. I really think that listening to everybody else's gratitude, it, kind of triggers some of those things within yourself, like to, that just remind you what, you're grateful for, some of those deeper things. And, you always do a really great job at putting something together when something happens. So in a way, I'm kind of grateful that Lisa missed today though, because I really love this. But all right, so here we go. We've got day 35, the right priorities. Let us behave decently as in the daytime, not in kerosene, carouseling and drunkenness, not in sexual immorality and debauchery, not in distension and jealousy. Rather, clothe yourselves with the Lord Jesus Christ and do not think about how to gratify the desires of the flesh. Romans 13, verses 13 and 14. Have you fervently asked God to help prioritize your life? Have you asked Him for guidance and for the courage to do the things that you know need to be done? If so, then you're continually inviting the Creator to reveal Himself in a variety of ways. As a follower of Christ, you must do no less. When you make God's priorities your priorities, you will receive God's abundance and His peace. When you make God a full partner in every aspect of your life, He will lead you along the proper path, His path. When you allow God to reign over your heart, He will honor you with spiritual blessings that are simply too numerous to count. As you plan for the day ahead, make God's will your ultimate priority. When you do, every other priority will have a tendency to fall neatly into place. Our quotes for today: getting things accomplished isn't nearly as important as taking time for love, by Jeanette Oak. There were endless demands on Jesus' time. Still, He was able to make that amazing claim of completing the work you gave me to do. That's in John chapter 17, verse 4, but Elizabeth Elliot said that. Have you prayed about your resources lately? Find out how God wants you to use your time and your money, no matter what it costs. Forsake all that is not God, by Kate Arthur. Forgetting your mission leads inevitably to tangled up in details that can take you completely off your path, by Lori Beth Jones. For further reflection, Proverbs chapter 15, verse 24. Micah chapter 6, verse 8, Matthew chapter 22, verses 37 through 38, Luke chapter 10, verses 38 to 42, Romans chapter 8, verse 5. Today's prayer. Dear Lord, make me a person of unanswering commitment to you. Guide me away from the temptations and distractions of this world so that I might honor you with my thoughts, my actions, and my prayers. Amen.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so I am going to say, Miss Monica Hodges, if you could please message me in Messenger today. The last name is Cochran, Cochran. You are today's By Tribe winner. I will get you the graphic. Tune in on Wednesday, guys. Star Marie is coming back and she's going to bring the fire. See y'all then. Have a great, happy Monday. And thank you all for joining in today.